Okay, so this is getting serious when I start pulling my hair apart, and I've started pulling my hair apart. I am getting ready to set up to um, do some recording for audiobook for keep on the watch. And I'm just going through, I'm updating it. I'm about to put out the second edition to this book, so I'm updating the book, going through, making sure there are absolutely no errors in this book, and just like really reformatting it. And anyway, I'm doing it chapter by chapter, so I'm about to work on chapter 1 and do the audio. But this last part, oh my goodness, it is so intense that I am just gonna, because at first I thought, you know what, I let you guys watch me as I do the recording, but I'm just about to read this last part. This is chapter 1, but it is the last subtopic under chapter 1. The subtopic says, regret changes things. And this is what it says. Now remember, this book, Keep on the Watch, is a comprehensive study and comparison of our day with Noah's day. And the reason why I did this book was because Jesus said in Matthew chapter 24, is verse number 36 to 39. He said, but about that day or hour, no one knows. He's talking about the last days, right? You guys, if you're not Christians, you have heard, but you're friends with Christians, you've heard Christians talk about how we're living in the last days, right? How things is getting worse. You hear, no doubt, you have heard people talking about something's coming, and we got to prep and we got to get ready and all this other stuff, right? So listen, Matthew 24, 36 to 39. It says, verse 36 to 39 of Matthew chapter 24, says, but about that day or hour no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. As it was in the days of Noah, so it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. Talking about Jesus when he returns. It says, as it was in the days of Noah, so it will be at his coming, right? Verse 38 says, for in the days before the flood, people were eating and drinking, today, marrying and giving in marriage like they're doing today, up to the day Noah entered the ark, and they knew nothing about what would happen until the flood came and took them all away. This is how it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. So what I did with this book is I literally dug into everything about Noah's Day. I dug into, look, I did the work, y'all. I did the research. I did the work, y'all. And there's a lot of amazing things revealed in this book. But again, I just want to share this last part. It's the subtopic. Regret changes things. The last subtopic in chapter 1. And this is what it says. Things were so bad in Noah's day that God felt regret that he had made man in the earth. And yet, here in the book of Matthew, Jesus is saying that our days, the last days, will be just like it was in Noah's day. That's something to think about. Not now, knowing how bad it was in Noah's day caused, Now, knowing that how bad it was in Noah's day caused God to feel regret that he had made man in the earth, and knowing that Jesus likened our day to being just like it was in Noah's day, we need to pause in order to consider the condition of the world in which we now live. We need to consider for a second the news reports we hear about on television, in newspapers, and on social media outlets today. How angry was God? God was so angry in Noah's day that he set a time limit. Remember in Genesis chapter 6 verse 3, it said that God was so angry that he said that the days of man would amount to 120 years. But concerning our day, Jesus said in Matthew chapter 24, verse 36, that nobody knows the day or the hour, neither the angels in heaven nor the Son, but only the Father. Any day now, at any time, God's patience can come to an end. This is why it's so important that we pay more than the usual attention to the reading of God's word. This is why it is important that we stay watchful. Yes, we're living in dire times now. Yes, we're living during times that resemble the days when God was ready to wipe all creation off the face of the earth, from man to domestic animal to moving animal to flying creature. But before you begin to lose hope about our time, take a look at Genesis chapter 6, verse 8. It says, "But Noah found favor in the eyes of the Lord." Do you realize how powerful that verse is? Do you realize that had it not been for Noah, neither you nor I would be here today? Think about that for a minute. And then go back and read verse 8. This time, where it says, "Noah, put your name." Today, we have the opportunity to be the reason why God does not destroy every living thing. We have the opportunity to be the one that God finds favor with, the one that stands in the gap. That's something to shout about. We can be the reason why God changes his mind, the reason why God turns back his anger. In this fallen world that we live in today, we can make a huge difference. Let's stop here and let that sink in. So I'm about to go and record that while I'm feeling like it. And man, I got so many things I'm working on right now. But that was so powerful. Like, I was sitting here and I was just pulling my hair apart as I was going through this and updating it. And I finished chapter 1 out of how many chapters is it? 10 chapters. And this book got some huge chapters. This book actually got some huge chapters, but I finished chapter 1 and I'm trying to knock this stuff. Look, I'm trying to get this stuff done and finished and out the door. I'm trying to finish. It's this urgency on me to now get this stuff done. So I'm doing this book. I'm actually sharing the reading of this book with you guys. I started doing the reading of this book, but this book is only available on my YouTube channel. And as a matter of fact, I've already started doing the uploads, but they won't be released until beginning in December. And so, yeah, I'm getting this stuff uploaded. And I'm doing it like that because we're living in a time where a lot of people might feel like, I want to read it, I want to see this, I want to get it, but I can't afford it. And I get that. And so the information is just that important that it needs to get out. And so I've given a lot of books away. Like when I was first doing it, I was just giving it, but now I'm doing things a little different. Still trying to get it out there. Still blessing people. There's some who are blessed with books already. I got a lot of different things that's going on. So I want to try to bless new people. So yeah, but all right, y'all. Gotta go. Thank you for listening. Bye.